Okay, the wait is over. Now I have built up enough of a bank, motorsport dollars. As you can see, I am at 3.7 million and change. So I can max out the tuning. Since now we get to keep the tunings that we get from the special event in the regular season, all the other events after we win the car. So, without further ado, let's start racing. Of course, season opener is gonna be Spa Belgian Grand Prix. Tuning setup, there's 9 available in the Gearbox mapping, which deals with the top speed, and 6 steps available on power unit optimization, which deals with acceleration, 7 steps available for brakes calibration, which of course deals with the braking distance, and finally suspension adjustment, which deals with your grip. And there are 6 steps available for that category. And yeah, there are going to be 9 Grand Prix events. And why is number 5 have a special complete 5 Formula One Grand Prix events and earn... Oh, okay. That's like, I guess, upon winning 5, you get anniversary livery for the Formula One, the Academy car. So we're gonna end up with like 3 different, or actually 4 different official liveries available for the Academy car, because it came with one, and then we got the new one with by upgrading to the new version, right? The 8.7, the current version, added another livery, and there's going to be that Dim Mac Records time trial livery. By participating in that event, you get one, and then completing 5 Grand Prix events in 2020 season will get you another one, plus some 100,000 motorsport dollars, and of course, upon completing all 9, if you don't own the classic McLaren MP44, the legendary Senna F1, right? Then that's what you will be given, which is sweet. And if you already own that car, well, you already own it, so you don't get anything else. It looks like you get 150 gold. I'd like to think that you get that gold with the car if you don't own the car already. So there's, they're kind of, I guess, rewarding the new players. And the old players, we don't really get much, I guess, since we should just be happy with what we have, maybe. Anyway, let's check in to this Belgian Grand Prix event. There are, of course, 10 teams, 20 drivers, so 20 cars. Well, yeah, to choose from. And the stats, I mean, I don't know how much impact it'll actually have in the game. I'd like to think there is significant enough difference that choosing the right car can help you, but in reality of the game, I think your skill and the luck plays bigger role than really the minimal difference in stats. But with that being said, since there's really any way to concisely see the spec on all 10 team cars, I have created a little chart. So let's take a look real quick. And here we are. We got the specs at the top and the cars on the left corner to show what is what, with the far right and showing you the base PR and the PR requirement for the Belgian Grand Prix. So depending on your base PR of the car, your PR requirement varies. So you have to get the same number of tune-ups essentially if you don't go with any spending any gold, which is my strategy at least to start off here. So the categories with the dark red color is the basically the one with the highest spec in that particular category. So top speed department, Alfa Romeo has the is the top dog. So coming in at 196 miles per hour or 315 kph. And then the orange one is the second highest. So we got Williams FW43, 195 miles per hour or 314 kph. And then the next group is kind of a light, I don't know, what would you call it, like light salmon color. We're talking McLaren, Renault, and AlphaTauri and Haas. They all have the same top speed of 312 kph or 194 miles per hour. And the next category is the yellow. We got Red Bull, Ferrari, and Racing Point, which is going to be, I believe in 2021, that's Racing Point is going to be the Aston Martin, right? Where Sebastian Vettel has just signed a deal to go over there. And yeah, so that's going to be interesting leaving Ferrari. I thought he already left, but I guess it's after 2020 season. Anyway, and then the lowest top speed is Mercedes, 192 mph or 309 kph. So if we ever have a top speed team challenge, Mercedes is probably not going to be the one that you would want. At least that's my guess. Although, generally, well, now that we have Spa in the game, you can really open up the top end of the speedometer in these cars, you know. So maybe it'll make a difference having the higher top speed. Anyway, then on to the next category. We get acceleration. This is where Mercedes shine. Actually, all remaining categories, Mercedes is the top dog, as you can see. The big red mark on the top row of this list, this chart, right? So we got, Mercedes with the fastest acceleration of 2.03 seconds. And then the next category, or next second fastest, is going to be the Racing Point RP20, coming in at 2.05 seconds. And then next is going to be the kind of that light salmon color 2.06 second category, where we got Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, the three cars there. So yeah, and then the next category or next tier is going to be the yellow 2.07 seconds. We got Renault and Haas. And we got one more, actually two more categories. The light gray, AlphaTauri, right, 2.08 seconds. And then the slowest acceleration is going to be Alfa Romeo and Williams, which is interesting pairing. So basically the two cars with the highest top speed has the slowest acceleration, and then the car with the lowest top speed has the quickest acceleration. Yes. So which one would fare better? Well, maybe something in the middle, right? So far, if you look in the chart, McLaren kind of is like smack in the middle, isn't it? In both categories. It's not the highest speed, and it's not the quickest in acceleration, but it kind of falls smack in the middle of both categories. moving on to braking distance. Mercedes, once again, as I said, is the shortest distance for braking, 53 feet or 16.2 meters. And the next tier is going to be Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Renault, and Racing Point. All have the same braking distance of 54 feet or 16.4, 16.5 meters. Reading numbers. And then the next tier is going to be the yellow. So AlphaTauri, Haas, and Williams coming in at 57 feet or 17.4 meters. And the longest braking distance is going to be Alfa Romeo. They're suffering in this one, aren't they? 58 feet or 17.7 meters. So whole foot further. Yeah, once again, how much impact would it have? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, on spec, Alfa Romeo didn't really come all that great in the last season, but I still enjoyed racing that car very much. So, the amount, like how much impact this is going to have, I'm not sure. We'll find out, but, it's good to know. I feel like to have this comparison before you choose which one you're going to invest in, because my strategy, I think I would recommend to everybody, is pick the car that you want to develop, the driver you want to develop. And remember, all 9 Grand Prix events, you can use the same driver, which means you can gain a lot of driver XP just by running through the Grand Prix events. And you will get to pick up all those. You will also get to develop your, I guess, team principal levels, right? So all that is going to play a big role. So I would say, I don't know, actually, now I think about it, you can develop about your team principal up to level 9 by getting all the tunings available for at least the Belgian Grand Prix. So obviously, at some point, you're going to max out your team principal, which means if you plan on continuing to use motorsport dollars to use tune-ups to meet the PR requirement in the further down Grand Prix events, perhaps it's better to cycle through, at least after a couple of Grand Prix events, pick a new team. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I don't know. But I think that might be a better idea, because at some point you're going to max out both driver and team principal XP. Then what? You're not gaining anything. You know what I mean? Just pick another team so you can develop another driver and another team principal where your resources don't go to waste. At least that's, I think, a better strategy. Kind of spread your resources somewhat across multiple teams instead of cashing all up in one team. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Just kind of, because there's so many Grand Prix events, perhaps it's best to go that way. At least that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let's talk about the last category of the specs here, grip. So grip always plays the highest, like it has the greatest impact on determining the car's PR, I think. So highest grip cars generally have the higher, or in this case, highest PR. So Mercedes and Red Bull at the top have the highest grip of 3.05 G. And then the next step below is going to be 3.04 G group, where we got Ferrari, McLaren, and Racing Point. And then the next category, or next tier, is going to be Renault by itself, 3.03G. And then the next one, we got 3.02G. That's AlphaTauri. And then the lowest grip is going to be the remaining three teams, Alfa Romeo, Haas, and Williams, with the 3.01G, as you can see here. And yeah, base PR and PR requirement at the end of the Belgian Grand Prix kind of coincide. So you're going to have to spend, essentially, regardless of which team you choose, you're going to end up spending the same amount. So who should I pick to go with in this case? I am thinking this start at the top. That's what I did with the last season, 2019 season. I started with Mercedes, good old Lewis Hamilton. So I am thinking that's what I'm gonna do again. So let's check back to the game here. All right, now we're back. As I said, let's pick Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton. Motorsports special events require tuning setup for their unique race conditions. Top speed is the focus of Spa, but this setup also allows for lateral grip to carry high speeds through the track's sweeping turns. Complete the Formula One Rolex Belgian Grand Prix 2025 day special event for your chance to earn a 2020 season Formula One car. As I explained in the overview video, by the way, I already have posted on my channel, so if you haven't done so, check it out. I know it's a little long video, but I think there's enough information to make it worthwhile. You will also receive 2020 Belgian Grand Prix tuning setup. Right. Okay, stage 1, Spa Day. There are going to be 4 goals in basically every stage except for the last stage. So, all right, what do we have, Michael? Welcome to Belgium, champ. I know we're at a place called Spa, but you're not going to have much time to relax this weekend. Ha ha ha. We've got a lot of grounds to cover before qualifying tomorrow. Right. Not even that tortured pun can dampen my excitement, Michael. Indeed, there's no such thing as a good pun. Don't let anybody fool you. We've been working non-stop to prepare the car for this weekend, so let's get this practice session underway. Alright, starting with goal 1. Let's start things off with the installation lap. Just focus on warming up those tires and refamiliarizing yourself with the circuit. Alright, skipping cost is 10 gold, but we're not going to do that this time. You have been lent, oh yeah, because you have to complete this event within 5 days time, all 5 stages, in order to actually win the car that you choose. If you don't end up completing the event within the limited time, you still are able to complete it, but you just are not going to win the car. And anything that you do, like winning driver XP, building up the XP points for both driver and principal and VRP, they're permanent. They will apply in future events. All tuning will be rewarded or awarded as a tuning setup with the event is when the event is completed. Right, we get to keep the tune-ups now. All right, so base PR 116, top speed 309 kph, little lacking in that department, but acceleration is the best, 2.03 seconds, and the braking distance also the best in category, 16.2 meters, as I said, and the highest grip there is 3.05 G. So without further ado, by the way, maxing out driver level, I believe it goes up to drive level 9 on the driver. That will basically unlock the invitational series. So that's the perk that you get, and also unlimited drives on the time trial. And maxing out your team principal gives you the double service bars. So yeah, that's how they divided up what you fully upgrade. So two different things that you have to fully upgrade in order to take full advantage of what we used to get for just fully upgrading your car. Yeah, it's gotten pricier. Okay, so here we go. They just want a lap, right? Finish a lap while warming up your tires. Fair enough. Rolling start. All right. Let's check out some different views here. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a wild spin. I guess I don't have enough grip yet. Let me down. I expected more from you. Alright, the slower corners, the cars are going to be a little bit slippery than the way the 2019 F1 cars behave, so gotta watch out for that. Okay, we need a little more grip. Yep. Driving like a total amateur here. Alright, finally achieved the 100% grip. And before we finish the race, let's check out the car. It looks pretty cool, the new finish. I like it. Nice dark finish, pretty cool. I mean, like Ferrari looks exactly the same, the Ferrari red, right? And the McLaren looks the same, kind of that orange and blue. So I like this new finish on this guy. Cool stuff. And of course, Red Bull also looks the same, but it looked pretty good last year, so why change, right? Alright, that was worth 297 driver experience point, which isn't much, but we also get to pick up 13,050 motorsport dollars to go towards today's earnings cap, which has been increased to 250,000 now. Alright. So that is first goal. We'll wait on tuning for the time being. Alright. One goal down. I think we're ready to get underway. Let's start by seeing how the car handles while drafting. Okay, so we got a drafting challenge for second goal here. For essentially 2 kilometers, or 2187 yards if you're using Imperial unit. You'll know you're drafting when the speedometer turns orange, right? Okay, so I think this event will end as soon as you accumulate 2 kilometers of drafting distance. Alright, so we just need to get behind another racer. I don't think it matters who. the Frenchman, Charles. Keep up with the Ferrari. Yep, sure can. There we go. Nice 30-second goal. Not bad. Only 60 driver XP. That's fine. But Motorsport Dollar reward is the same as a full lap. So I appreciate that. Unfortunately, we cannot repeat that to max out our Motorsport Dollar earnings. All right. Two goals down. On to goal 3. Nice work out there. Driver in front of you has a good pace out there. Try to stick behind them for some practice. So another drafting challenge, sounds like. What do I gotta do? Tailgate this time for 60 seconds. Tailgate Valtteri. All right, teammate, got it. That's chasing down. Identical spec, so this one I should be able to keep a little bit easier, I hope. There we go. More seconds. Going slow. There. You gotta go flat out through Eau Rouge in Formula 1. Alright, that was worth 169 driver XP. And once again, a full lap's worth of Motorsport Dollar reward for that effort. Not bad. All right. So far, so good. Three goals down, just one final goal for stage 1 here. Alright, this session is about to come to a close. Let's finish off this session by practicing some overtaking. Alright, 8 different cars to overtake. And it did specify like 8 unique opponents. So we can have to slight fall back and overtake and fall back and overtake 8 times. We actually have to go forward. One. AlphaTauri that one. Lando. That's 2. And Carlos. 3. Oh, hello. We need a game. 4. 5. Come on. that worst thing? Yep. Yeah, he's taking off. That's more like 7, and I guess my teammate is the only one left. Or I'm still in 13th. Who's left? Valkyrie. Oh, nice to see. Oh, I guess we have to finish the lap. Alright. Gotten so used to just completing a particular goal and be done with it. Oh yeah, going flat out down the hill. That's fun. That's more like it. I guess I need to break a little bit earlier than that. I have to see how far I can push. There we go. 12th place finish. I have a feeling the earnings not going to be that good. Yeah, 55 driver XP. That's it, unfortunately. And the reward earning is only 1,650 motorsport dollars, which is lacking. Pierre Gasly at the top. George Russell. Oh, Ocon. Right, he's with the Team Renault now. Right. All right. Pretty cool stuff. And keep going. Huh. All right, so there's the grandstanding for that. And that will do it for the stage 1. Right. All right. 4 goals done, stage 1 complete. 20,000 motorsport dollar reward, and that one does not count against your daily total. Plus 5 gold. Right. Great work. That's all the time we have for FP1. Bring it in. Looking good out there. Keep driving like that and we'll have a shoot at the podium. Well, that's the goal. We'll see you back here for the next free practice session. Alright, so that'll be stage 2. So we'll see you guys in the next video for stage 2. So, alright, take care.